And a person who's been hired to serve that to everybody.
You just going through, you know, everything you just deliver it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Man, boy, this weekend, some of y'all had a really nice time in the Bahamas out here. Spent anywhere from $1,000 to $120,000.
What?
For a grand trip at the Fire Festival, which is being dubbed the Dump Fire Festival now. Boy, this. If y'all haven't heard about this, I don't know where you've been, because everybody's been blowing me up about this thing. Corey, you have got to talk about this disaster that happened. And like I told Martin, it was such a disaster. Most people talking about they wanted to leave. I'm the only guy that wants to go to something when the shit is falling apart, because it looked hilarious. This shit looked funny as hell, man.
My favorite thing is what they got to eat, their gourmet meals.
Oh, we're going to talk about all that. Oh, man, this has been a great week to laugh at the stupid rich people. Between them jeans, those mud jeans over in Nordstrom, and now this, boy, y'all are dumb. Y'all are so rich, you're just stupid. Now, if you haven't heard about the Fire Festival, beforehand, it sounded even I would say, you know, I'm trying to sit back like I'm above and I'm so smart. Even if I saw this, I'd be like, well, that sounds pretty cool. This was something where it wasn't just a music festival. This was a luxurious getaway where you would get to hang out with. The thing is, when you weren't listening to the bands and the DJs and the rappers and the hippity hop, then you could work out all of the drugs and booze from your system by going onto the beach and just doing some peaceful yoga. And speaking of the music, great lineup, they said right here. The lineup, which included headliner Blink-182.
Didn't that tell you right there?
Also, they had good music. G-O-O-D. Major Lazer. Now, those are major DJ sets right there. Major Lazer, Migos, Lil Yachty, Clapton. Like, you know, these are a lot. You can say what you want to about some of the acts, but for the most part, these were some big people that they had going on over there. And the thing is that a lot of people, they dropped. You know, this was for millennials with disposable income. So chances are you were going there in your muddy ass shitty pants that you just bought.
Right. You bought them just for the festival.
You bought them just for the festival to hang out in real mud that you get for free. But you got disposable income, so you were ready to drop anywhere. Let me put this back up. You were ready to drop anywhere from $1,000. I heard up to $12,000, but now they say probably $120,000 for this.
Wait, for the ticket or just for everything you would spend it on, all the stuff?
No, Martin,
the yacht and all that.
For Little Yachty, yes. No, Martin, for the whole experience, Martin.
Yeah.
I mean, it's different. Like, you know, if you paid $1,000, maybe you'd get some scaled down thing, a room and some food, you know, a couple of meals.
And that's a bag of Skittles.
And if only, man. That would have been great compared to what they got. That shit would have been gourmet.
I know, people fighting over them.
I'm sorry. If you spend money on this, I'm sorry.
You don't sound sorry.
I'm crying, believe me. I feel bad for you. You stupid motherfucker. Glad I was at home eating my gourmet meal. I was eating a Hungry Man chicken dinner. Better than what you had, bitch. Because what happened, here's the deal. You're thinking, let's just say you dropped $12,000, man.
Sure, you got the deluxe package.
Let's say you got the deluxe package, Martin. Everything included. That luxurious hotel. Let's take a look at those accommodations, Martin. There we go through the hobo town. This shit got you a disaster relief tent.
Yeah, that was a FEMA tent,
and
right?
dirt. Yeah. Speaking of FEMA, what about that gourmet meal? Oh, well, if you were lucky, then you were in line to get yourself 2 slices of bread and some processed cheese. A salad.
But I love that you have the garnish they put there.
The garnish. They just slapped that shit down. They gave you a salad. I'm sorry, no dressing. Dressing was extra. No dressing. You got some lettuce and a tomato and 2 slices of bread and some cheese. I've seen motherfuckers get fed better in jail.
Right.
At least they gave you something with meat on it. They gave you, dude, if you go to jail, you go to the drunk takers, they give you a bologna sandwich. Hurricane Katrina was more luxurious than this shit. People who survived Hurricane Katrina, they looking at the Fire Festival like, well, shit, we had a better time at our thing.
You imagine being a person who's been hired to serve that to everybody?
Man, can you imagine? You just
like, are you fucking kidding me? I know. No, bro. No. Where's the real food? I'm sorry.
Yeah, you just going through, everything you do, you just deliver it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I mean, if you don't want it, I'll take it. I'm starving. Meat? I mean, no meat. No meat. And not, like I said, no gourmet cheese. They gave you some processed. It ain't even yellow.
Maybe is it Swiss cheese maybe or mozzarella?
No, man. That shit is so poor they took the yellow out the processed cheese.
American slice is not cheese.
Yeah, that American slice shit, that Kraft, yeah.
Right. Where cheese has a little R registered trademark symbol on it.
And it's so bad. There's a picture somebody taking and say, hey, this is a gourmet meal. And it's that kind of cheese where if you just leave Play-Doh out there, that was more edible than this. A cheese sandwich. And y'all paid $12,000 for this. Hurricane Katrina said, well, shit, it was rough, but we got ours for free. And we got a slice of bologna on ours. Uh-huh. Yeah, people. They said when they got out there, it was so bad. This has turned into survival. It's like the Hunger Games crossed with Lord of the Flies.
Yeah, people would say, welcome to the Hunger Games. May the odds be ever in your favor.
In fact, for every tourist that was there that died, they just put their heads in the sky. Who didn't get the cheese sandwich? They said that people would get mugged.
Getting mugged?
They said that some people got mugged. They said they were
here, but not too far from here.
Yeah. No, they had animals running around.
Wait, if it's a remote island, who's mugging them?
I guess people were turning on each other.
Damn.
Yeah, people just wanted to survive because they were saying that they were going to bring... got so bad that people had to escape from this island. This shit turned Escape from New York. Uh-huh. Escape from the Bahamas. Yeah, Syrian refugees are looking at this shit. I'm like, damn, I have it rough, but at least I ain't the Fire Festival.
And then a hurricane come through?
That's what happened, man. Well, they tried to blame the hurricane at first. See, people, this is what happened here. They said people just started getting desperate. Some people, it wasn't rampant, but they said some people just started like stealing from each other a little bit when people weren't looking. There was supposed to be transportation there, but then transportation told people like we can't get this many people on the plane. We can't get you out of here. So people just had to stay. People had to stay and eat. That's if you could find them. I love the way the concierge desk was like an 8-year-old's lemonade stand.
Right.
In fact, the 8-year-old's lemonade stand looks better than that. People are laughing at somebody's grief like this. Take pride in people's grief like this. We're no better than these other people that we're talking about. Look at these rich assholes going there. We're just kind of laughing at the way it just broke down this much of a disaster.
Right.
They did a great job at promoting this. Too great of a job at promoting this. And I'm going to even talk about that, how this whole thing was promoted, because in a way they got y'all too. Because if you look here, there are signs here of what you fell for when you saw this promo going on.
Oh, you mean because of all that stock footage?
Yeah, I like the way y'all looking at this shit like this was from a previous Fire Festival. Right. You do realize this shit didn't exist before this. This is stuff that they shot. They shot all this either at concerts that happened a long time ago, or they went out there and just shot models out there on the beach. But we'll talk about that in a little bit. But there were signs. There were signs that this shit was going wrong. And it's just amazing. Like, a festival meant to cater to the rich ended up looking like Gilligan's Island.
Sure.
And one dude, there was a lot of things that told y'all, now I'm going to put the blame on them, but y'all are kind of accountable too, because sometimes you're just so rich that you just don't look. When somebody puts luxury in a sentence, you're like, oh, well, I got money I can spend on that.
I deserve the best.
Yes, luxury. Well, that's me.
I'll settle for no less than luxury, of course.
Really, people? So here's the deal. So when you saw that the headliner was Blink 182, that didn't tell you that something was wrong? Would you pay $12,000 to see Blink 182? Now, I'm not talking bad about these guys.
Hit?
What's that?
What was their big hit?
I can tell you when that big hit was.
I know it's in the 90s.
Back in the 90s. I can tell. I don't know what it was, but I can tell you when it was. Some shit back in the 90s. Like, look, Blink-182, I would love for you to tell me, what part of luxury does Blink-182 say to you? Are we talking about the most luxurious skate park out there? If you dropped even $1,000 to go see Blink-182, you deserve everything you get. If you spent $12,000, somebody should put you in front of a firing squad. It shoot you 182 times and not let you blink so you can see that shit coming. Man, Blink-182, those are the dudes you pay to see at the Warped Tour.
Right.
The skate park at the Warped Tour. You don't pay $1,000 to go on a luxurious trip in the Bahamas to see them.
You have to give Blink-182 some credit, is that they knew not to show up.
You know, that's the thing with Blink-182. Look, I'm joking with them. I'm joking with them because they're professional. Because they were the first ones to say, we ain't going there. We're not going over there. You see what's happening? Yeah, but they were cool. They're professional. They said, and I'm just joking with them. You know, these guys, these are the kind of guys that you want to have work for you because they're not going to show up if the conditions are bad because they are working professionals. These guys came in and said, regrettably and after much careful and difficult consideration, which means after seeing that goddamn cheese sandwich, after looking at this shit, they said that regrettably they cannot show up. When they said, why? Because we want to let you know that we won't be performing at Firefest in the Bahamas this weekend and next weekend. We're not confident that we would have what we need to give you the quality of performances we always give our fans.
That was very diplomatic.
Oh, yeah. They pretty much just said, man, fuck that.
Yeah, these guys don't have their shit together.
They were the only ones to be really professional about it and put a statement out to their fans.
Didn't Ja Rule put out a tweet saying, hey, this wasn't my fault?
Man, that's the other thing. That's the other thing with this. Blink-182 is one thing, but Blink-182 and Ja Rule.
Come on, man. It's a powerhouse, the two of them.
I mean, maybe that's why they spent so much money. Maybe they thought that there was an actual time machine there going to the 90s. Oh, well, this is new science and technology.
I wouldn't pay $12,000 to see Blink-182 or Ja Rule, but both of them together, I'm on it.
And if you were actually transporting me back to the 90s, not a 90s theme festival. No, I'm actually going by Rick and Morty back to the 90s. Because I ain't paying to see this shit with Ja Rule and Blink-182. No, I'm joking with Blink-182. I am. It's just funny to say that. I'm just being cheap. But Ja Rule, man, ain't nobody heard from Ja Rule for 20 years. How the hell he gonna pull a festival out his ass in the Bahamas? The other thing I can say about him is that at least he's trying to come out. You know, there's a lot of people to blame, and there's a lot of half-ass apologies too. We'll talk about that in a minute. But Ja Rule knew that he was his face was all over this, like his face looking like Montel Williams now. his face was all over this. His name was all over this, and because of that, he's the one that has to do the damage control. So he was putting out tweets all weekend, and
I love how people try to govern and put out fires by Twitter. No, man, I can fix this in 140 characters. Don't worry about it. I got it.
Well, he ain't going in there.
All right, maybe 280, but that's gonna be it.
Man, if he went in there, you better do this by Twitter, because if he went in there in person, his head and body would be hanging from a fucking palm tree right now. He better stay on Twitter. You know, in Ja Rule's credit, he was all over this weekend. Today he put out tweets saying, relieved to share that our deepest apologies.
Man, they spent that money.
Now, you know what? I don't, because everybody's trying to say this is a scam. Don't nobody scam in a disastrous way like this. And if you do, you're never seen again. You know, these motherfuckers might as well be on Mars. You will never see them again. In a disaster like this is not a scam. This is what it is, a fuck up. This shit is so funny, isn't it, man? I hate to say this, but Martin and I, we love this kind of shit, man.
Well, it's not home, man. It's still time.
I mean, that's the thing. It's still time. But while we sit here, this shit is hilarious. I'm sorry. I wish I could have some feelings about this other than fucking laughter, but I can't. Said Fire Festival is a dream. No, it's a nightmare now. And a vision that we poured our hearts and souls into.
You might want to get those back.
No, those are going to go out to the people, the guests who put their faith in us. To our guests and staff, thank you again for all your patience as we navigate our next steps. We owe you an apology.
Oh, more than that.
Guests have been sent a form that will be necessary to apply for a refund. I believe it. I believe they're going to lose some money over this. In fact, that meal that they were giving people, I think that Ja Rule is going to be eating these sandwiches for the next year and a half.
And here's the thing: this magical form where you can apply to get your refund. That's just a contract so that you can't sue them.
With this refund thing happening, people have been saying, "Good luck with that refund."
Yeah.
Because the dude that got it together already is considered to be a bad business guy. It's a dude named Billy McFarland. I never heard of him before, but he's a 25-year-old entrepreneur. Again,
I hate him already.
Yeah, Billy McFarland. Hey,
25-year-old
Martin,
entrepreneur.
you're going to hate him more when you see his face. There he is right there.
Oh, Jesus.
If you had, y'all, this motherfucker, he can't even smile right. Take a look at him.
No, keep trying. No, you almost got it.
Yeah, when somebody can't even smile right, then you know that they can't do a festival right. He looks like a dude that's playing with daddy's money and don't know what the fuck he's doing. If that thing in his hand right there, I think that is called, let me put the picture back up. It's a credit card business. The Magni places get them first in the queue when you reserve a dinner at a high-profile place. And people, I don't know if this card is part of that. I know the card is saying, like, we're a way to consolidate all your cards. And it's like, no, you're just a credit card that brings other credit cards together and making me spend more money, making me get higher in debt. Money that just fucks around and kind of gets away with it because we're living in that day where investors throw money at any kind of startup in business. And they got enough money where when that thing goes down, either they have the money to waste or the company don't want to say anything because they don't want to look like they're stupid for giving the money to these things.
And they'll figure a way to write it off.
Him and Ja Rule talking about, we built this out of our love for the beach and out of our love for hip hop. I'm like, what, y'all meet each other on a dating service? What the fuck? Y'all like long walks on the sand too and shit? I love that picture. God damn, it looked like if you open his mouth and put a nut in there, you can crack that shit. No, I'm not. He came harder on y'all than I ever did. Shit, I didn't take y'all's money. This motherfucker deserves to get made fun of. Here's what really got everybody, what I'm talking about here. Because y'all happening with a lot of, a trend with a lot of things. Not just this, but a trend especially. Look at like I said, if you look at the advertisement for this, I mean, yeah, they're showing you DJs and parties, but every shot got some titties and some ass up in there. And see, that's where y'all messed up because everybody thought, guys and girls thought, oh, shit, I'm going to go to Fire Fest. I'm going to fuck a model.
Yeah, even if I don't see celebrities, there'll be all these hot chicks there.
Yeah, I'm going to fuck a model. And I'm not going to fuck a real model. I'm going to get one that look like one. Because that's what they did. Kendall Jenner sold this shit. And then they had all these models come in and vouch for the festival. These chicks right here, everybody's wondering, why is there like a super group modeling thing going on in the Bahamas?
Yeah.
They were there promoting this. And they weren't even there. Y'all thought models were there. Y'all left with trash and dogs and hogs and shit. Meanwhile, these models were because they tried to find out where some of them were. And they found out that some of them were in Miami that weekend. You know? Yeah. And that's the deal. Y'all want to fuck a model when y'all went there. Everything they had in there. They did it with making out with each other while they're looking at DJs and shit. They were playing on your fantasies, man. So out of all the talk about how they sold this to you, how people bought into just seduced by that ass and those titties. Let's just admit it.
Man, there's going to be a great movie made off of this.
That's the thing, man. And I don't even buy this, but... Let me see here.
There's going to be one from the perspective of somebody who could barely afford it but scraped up the money because they wanted to live this lifestyle with their rich friends and what a disaster it turned into.
Oh, yeah.
And there'll be another movie that's all about the guys who put it together, a movie like Pain and Gain.
Oh, that's what I'm looking at. That's why I'm saying, do we really want a movie? Because somebody already jumped on it. And don't think we don't know what y'all doing. Seth Rogen and Andy Samberg, they sitting up here because they said, man, let me ask you something, Martin. Let me ask if you believe this. Because they put out something, again, this is on Pitchfork, and they said The Lonely Island and Seth Rogen say Fire Festival fiasco sounds like a movie that we're making. I'm like, bullshit. You know, that's way to get around buying the rights for this. You didn't have nothing in the works like this. You sneaky motherfuckers. Quit lying. So I like Seth Rogen, but you fucking lying, man.
Those guys probably toss around ideas all the time and just say like, hey, this is close enough to this one. Let's just develop that.
Yeah. And you know what? Go ahead and make it. But I'm going to say good luck because I don't know if it can be funnier than what we saw in real life here.
True, but it's going to happen.
Oh, yeah. It has to happen. Not will, it has to. Mankind
It'll be one of those
needs
years where two studios are releasing the same type of movie, same fire festival movie.
Oh, yeah, people. It'll be the greatest cautionary tale ever. Y'all are, because apparently y'all ain't learned shit. Because I'm going to tell you something before we leave. This is something that's happening with the mind. People can sell anything with a model. Remember this. Let this be a lesson. They sell, Carl's Jr. is selling the nastiest, greasiest hamburgers because they got models eating it.
Well, that's the whole reason you have models in the first place.
Yeah.
It's to sell stuff.
I could sell a jar of my piss to you as long as I make a commercial with a model just pouring that shit all over her, that golden juice all over her body in slow motion. You look.
I don't know about that.
Mark, let me get a model. Hey, what are you doing after this? she like I'm being real. She's like, no, I'm not doing that. I want you to sell my shit. Just smear it all over in slow motion.
Well, how long did it go on before they called it?
Well, it was immediately. It was a disaster once the storm hit and everything, but nobody could get out. You know. And here's the thing with you also. Everybody was stuck.
I'm just wondering, like, was there like a couple days where people were kind of like waiting around for things to pick up? Like, all right, maybe they just haven't set it all up yet, or the models are going to fly in the middle of the week, and these are just the practice geodesic domes we stay in.
Like they were just hopeful the whole time. No, Martin, there were some people out there who were. They were
what y'all talking about? It's all right,
man. Brother, because one
you get an
dude.
experience. You know, we're out here. It's the Bahamas.
You always gonna get that one dude that's gonna try to make the best of it, no matter what they give him. Check out this motherfucker right here.
Welcome to Fire Fest, the cultural experience of the decade. We're out here, beautiful Bahamas Exumas. We got rubber duckies and alcohol. What else is better?
Hey, I got a rubber duck and a plastic cup. I'm good. I'm good. I'm kosher. even he looked at like
He
really
shrugged
like
his shoulders like I don't know what to tell
he like
you.
really he's like even he can't buy his own shit. He's like fuck this. This is even good alcohol. This is piss in my cup right now. But the last point I want to make is that you gotta see the trends that are happening right now because they got us in all these kind of businesses right now with the different tiers of things that you can get. Businesses are becoming like airlines now, man.
Mm-hmm.
The businesses and especially festivals are becoming like airlines. The one thing that worries me about this, that really troubles me with this, and even Slate today festivals, man. So it's something that I kind of noticed.
That's right, you do.
Yeah, and I noticed that just like airline, because this Slate article mentions this. They say now that you got really big acts that are not making money off of their albums like they used to.
Yeah.
They're doing the touring thing and for the bigger acts and pay for the festival itself by offering all these bigger perks. So the big thing right now is, and I'm not saying it's like this now, but I'm hoping that it doesn't get to the point where you out there in the middle of some mud, paying like $20 for a Budweiser.
Right.
Meanwhile, people who have the money to pay $2,000, $3,000, $5,000 for the VIP treatment are nice, dry, watching the show from a nice, comfortable area while you're out there in coach,
Don't hate the players.
Martin, well, let it happen to something that you love.
It happens to stuff I love all the time.
Then you should be vocal.
Sports fucking-
What's that?
That's like stadiums in the NFL.
Yeah.
Luxury box.
Yeah. What about people pay for a box or people who pay for a VIP room?
Oh, I can't wait to get rich and just.
I'm not you.
All right,
Oh,
Mark.
but if you get out there and you get a cheese sandwich, I'm gonna laugh my ass
No,
off.
Mark. Okay, double toasted. Whatever city we coming to next, I'm gonna eat in the best steakhouse, and Mark gonna get that cheese sandwich right
Man,
there.
I can't laugh at them too much. I stayed in the Stewart Hotel.
You know what? I'm gonna book you again in the Stewart Hotel. I'm on that low carb. I'm on that low carb diet. I can't even eat what they were eating. Well, I guess I eat the styrofoam box. Nom nom. Nom
You had
nom nom.
lettuce.
Yeah. Nom nom. Sitting up here eating lettuce. Yeah. The Stewart burger. Yeah. Now with more cheese on it, plastic cheese. GameFly brings to your house in some old systems. Like I said, man, I've been trying to put my GameCube back to work for years. GameFly has given me an excuse to do that. And you could even try 30 days for free by typing in gameflyoffer.com/double toasted. And when you do that, you'll get 30 days for free of games and movies. Get all those things, all of them at once. Just stay in the house. Don't go nowhere because they're all going to get brought right to your mailbox. You can also bring the element of surprise every month to your home in the form of a Loot Crate mystery box. In that box, I can't tell you what it is, but I can guarantee you it is the best in geek and gaming gear. Some people say it's like having Comic-Con brought right to your home. You don't have to leave the house for nothing. You're getting all kind of stuff. And everybody likes a little surprise every month, just a little bit. And here's another surprise for you. You know, if you go to our link, trylootcrate.com/double toasted, number 10, you can get 10% off, a 10% discount on your first crate. How's that for a surprise right there? Loot Crate, bring the mystery and the surprise to your mailbox once a month with Loot Crate. Hey everyone, thanks for watching, and be sure to subscribe to our channel and go over to our home, doubletoasted.com, for more videos and live streams. And remember, stay toasty.